I have been getting a lot of feedback from you people about your manifestation journeys, and one question that I often get asked is how to stop the negative manifestations. So, I thought it is about time that I do a video about this topic and share with you what I have learned all these years from Neville and other teachers who talk about creating your own reality. Do you know what the very first and logical solution to dealing with a situation is? It is acceptance. So if right now you are attracting some negative experiences in your life, you have to accept the truth that it is happening to you rather than trying to run away from the truth. Once you accept that negative manifestations are occurring, then we can talk about its solutions too. Hope we are clear about that. Then if you are into manifesting and creating your own reality, you would be aware of one critical aspect, that you are the source of whatever happens to you. Yes, almost 95% of the time, it's your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions that create a life for you. If you believe in the law of attraction, you would know that you are a magnet operating at a specific frequency at any given point in time. If you think happy and positive thoughts, you will be vibrating at higher levels, while negative thoughts will lead down the path of negative frequencies. When you feel positive, the universe will bring you more things and circumstances to maintain that positive feeling. And it's the opposite of when you feel negative. So, you are the magnet attracting more things to yourself that are in alignment with your dominant vibration. This means you are the one responsible for whatever happens to you. Now coming to the law of assumption, the same rule applies. The feelings you feel at any time are sooner or later reflected in your outer reality. As Neville said, feeling is the secret, so it really is your mood and feeling that determines what happens to you. My purpose in introducing both the concepts of reality creation here was just to tell you that no matter which school of thought you follow, you cannot escape from your responsibility of being the creator of your circumstances. It is common that when good things happen to people, they proudly claim that it was because of their control over their thoughts and spiritual growth. But when something bad happens, they are the first to run away from responsibility. Instead, they do worse. They put themselves in victim mode. Rather than standing and accepting that, yes, it might have been a lapse in their thinking and feeling that brought them negative experiences, they find solace in blaming other people, God, society, or whatever. But if you really want to be a master at creating your own reality, you have to be responsible about what you might have done wrong that brought you the negative manifestations. Once you do that, you can reflect on what happened and discover new solutions. All right. That was enough talk on taking responsibility for your bad manifestations. Now let's look at some ways you can stop these negative manifestations. The best and most important advice is to become aware of what part of you created that negative manifestation in your life. This means going deep within your inner world, the world of thought, feelings, emotions, memories, and traumas, and to identify what could have been the reason that this manifestation showed up in your life. Check with yourself and ask yourself how you really feel. Behind all the masks and layers is the real you with all your emotions and feelings. You have to get to that real part of you. Doing some kind of meditation can be really very helpful in this. Your meditation practice will lower the volume of junk thoughts and will give you a safe space to reach that part of you that is hurting. Believe it or not, whenever you manifest something bad or unwanted in your life, there is always some part of you that resonates with that occurrence. Let's put it this way, something was hurting inside of you, but since you didn't give it space and attention, it manifested in your 3D. A lot of people manifest serious health issues. On the surface, it looks like the health problem popped out of nowhere. But if you dig in a little, its seeds were planted over the years through negative feelings and emotions. That's how our inner world impacts our outer world. So, it's crucial to have meditation or mindfulness practice. It will help you recognize your difficult feelings and emotions before they ever get a chance to manifest themselves in your reality as a disease, a financial loss, or some other negative incident. Also, a lot of people manifest negative things because they are unknowingly carrying the baggage of their past. Old traumas and bitter memories consume their existence and their subconscious. This is why even though they try their best to manifest positive things, but only end up with the same patterns. So, you have to forgive yourself and your past. If you made a mistake, excuse yourself. If you suffered because someone else did something to you, then forgive them too. Because unless you don't free yourself from the shackles of the past, your present and future will always be at stake. Since we talk about money manifestation a lot on this channel, so many people write to me that are following the advice and techniques. I tell them, but still they never get to attract the money they desire. Instead, sometimes their situation gets worse. This is when they get confused and think that perhaps the law of assumption doesn't work. Well, it works all the time for everyone. But since you are unaware of the traumas that still plague your subconscious, you are unable to move ahead and manifest what you want. Once you take out time to become aware of your inner self and what your negative manifestations are telling you, then you can start training your focus. What you focus on is what expands. Negative manifestations are a sign that your focus is compromised at the moment. You can retrain your focus through positive affirmations. A bunch of personal positive affirmations, when repeated over time, will shift your focus back to positive aspects of life. But consistency and repetition are prerequisites for making the affirmations work for you. Another fantastic way I have discovered to block the negative manifestations is using Neville Goddard's revision method. A lot of times we think about all the negative things going on in our life before going to bed. It's the most common habit of so many people. When you go to sleep in this state, your subconscious gets marinated in that negativity all night, simply because it has no other choice. Your last waking thoughts have this strange power to imprint your subconscious. So, to block the negative manifestations, you have to make sure that your last waking thoughts are not around the subjects you don't like. Instead, you can use this time before bed to revise your day. Simply go over the day you just lived, and if something happened that you didn't like, just change it in your mind and replay the scene as you would have wanted it to go. This practice takes only a little time, but can be incredibly helpful in repulsing the negative manifestations. My last piece of advice to stop negative manifestations is to just persist in your assumptions. This means you must have a clear idea of the kind of things in future you want, and then you should simply persist in that. If negative things happen along the way, you simply choose to ignore them, because the only thing you need to get your desired result is to stick to your vision, your end goal. Neville Goddard calls this persisting, and it is indeed super helpful in detaching from the negative manifestations. Once you detach from the negative manifestations, they lose their power over you, and very soon you will see less and less of them. Sounds like the perfect solution, doesn't it? Alright friends, this brings us to the end of this video. Before ending it, however, there is something I have to say to you. Is that if you are attracting a lot of negative things in your life at the moment, don't give up on yourself and your dreams. These are just temporary distractions and are there to teach you some valuable lessons about your journey. So don't get mad at yourself for attracting negative circumstances. Instead, use this time to show some self-love and compassion. Be gentle with yourself. When things get totally out of hand or nothing seems to go in your favor, try relaxing for a while and surrendering it all to the universe. The universe will definitely find the solutions for you. The next step in your successful manifestation journey is to keep watching my channel. Click now on the video on the screen to be inspired by another video.